What's up, Jimmy? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Good, my man. Thanks for joining us here on the show. You're on with George Goes and Dan, and we also have our guest co-host Megan O'Leary on. We're excited to have you on. We're excited about the matchup coming up in June. I just wish it was a little sooner, because of all the chirping that took place late last year.
Yeah, I mean, we tried to shoot for the April card, but it didn't end up working out, and it got pushed back, which I didn't mind because I got back finally from my honeymoon and gave me some more time to train.
Can you give me your side of why there's so much beef between you guys?
Um, I think it was actually this is why this is why you get married, because then you realize things you forget, especially as a fighter and you get punched in the head. I think I said something. I didn't think I did. I said something that Marlon didn't deserve a top five guy. He came from World Series of Fighting, which is not even around anymore, and he got a top five guy coming right off the back. And I thought it was bullshit where I came from, three different organizations and won a belt, defended it, and then vacated it, and I still had to climb the ladder where he was able to get top ranked guys right off the back, and I thought it was a little bit of bullshit. And then I guess he really took that to heart, but he wanted to fight, and I told him when I landed December 30th, I had three options: fight Marlon at 140, fight Dotson, or fight Marlon in January 20th. I picked Marlon. I didn't say 140 right away. I said I'll meet him halfway, 138. And he said no. Then I said 140. He said no. Then I said 145. He said no. Then I said yes to January 20th. He still said no. So I was like, all right, well, my wife and I plan a honeymoon in February, and we're going to go on the honeymoon and kind of figure out what to do when we get back.
I see. And so then February was too close to the April Jersey card, and so that's why we're looking at June 1st in Utica?
I think they already had. They asked me for the main event, and I said I'm not really going to give you an answer right now. I'm going to go on my honeymoon. I'll let you know when I get back. And they also asked, I guess, Kevin Lee and Barbosa about doing a main event, and they just beat us to the punch about saying yes, okay. I think, and that's what happened.
Now that TJ is not fighting DJ, according to UFC President Dana White, do you feel like this win will put you in the pole position ahead of Sunsao, Garbrandt, and the return of Cruz, and anybody else that feels like they're up there?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like this is the number one contender fight. They're not pushing it as it, but they might change their minds and do it. Who knows? But it definitely is the two top guys in the bantamweight division that are headlining the main event of the card. And it feels to me, honestly, like it's a number one contender fight, and that's how I feel about it. If I get this win, that's 6 victories in a row in the UFC. Something's got to budge.
With wins over Almeida, Faber, Alcantara, Munoz, and even back in the day, Brian Kelleher, who's now making some noise again. Jimmie Rivera, our guest here on MMA Junkie Radio. All right, Goes, what do you have for Jimmie Rivera?
Jimmy, when it's all said and done, you guys are going to go into that cage and you're going to fight. When the fight's over, though, do you feel like it's possible that you guys will shake hands and even possibly get along after this? Or is this something that's just going to stick around forever?
I actually don't have anything really against him. It's his manager who I fucking hate. So his manager's a douchebag, called my wife a bitch when we were out in Vegas, and I'm just going to take it all out on Marlon and beat the shit out of him. Marlon's a nice guy. I think a lot of the things he says and does is from his manager, because I met and trained with him. While I was getting ready for my favorite fight, I got to train with Frankie a lot. I was really training with Frankie a lot. And then towards the end, they started putting Marlon in more and more when I was coming down. And, Marlon's a nice guy. He really is a nice guy, but his manager's a douchebag, and when it comes down to it, I have a lot of grudge against his manager, and, his manager represents Marlon, and I'm going to take it out on Marlon.